Hey guys, welcome to my newest video. It's finally my 31 Days of Horror reviews. First off, I apologize for the delay. I had to change my schedule at work, so I said these were going to be up Sunday, but I worked Wednesday night, Thursday night, Friday night, had Saturday off, and then worked Sunday night, Monday night, Tuesday night, Wednesday night. So needless to say, I was exhausted and couldn't think of what to say and thought it would be a complete waste of time to do a video and just be like so at least the good thing is I'm off for 4 days, including Halloween night. So we'll just get started. First one off is what I consider to be the greatest zombie movie ever made, of course directed by Danny Boyle, and that is 28 Days Later. I know every one of you probably think, well, what about Night of the Living Dead and Dawn of the Dead? Well, say hello to probably one of the few people who hate both films. Sorry, I saw, turn the volume on my TV down. I saw Night of the Living Dead the first time when I was 16, fell asleep, tried watching it again. I tried watching that damn thing 5 times. I kept falling asleep because I found it so boring. And I was lucky enough to get through Dawn of the Dead once, and that just bored the shit out of me. I've loved Danny Boyle's movies since Trainspotting. I thought this was an excellent film. It's a zombie movie, but completely different. The cast was great. I'm still pissed off at Danny Boyle for what he did to Brendan Gleeson's character. 7 years, I haven't forgiven him for that. The score is extremely fucking haunting, by John Murphy, who also did the score to Sunshine. And I love the fact that 2 of the former doctors, this was before he became one, but 2 of them are in 2 of my favorite horror films, and Christopher Eccleston, of course, is in this, and Patrick Troughton was in The Omen, so that was kind of cool. So yeah, this is a great zombie film. I think some people will disagree that it's a zombie film, but I agree that it is. Next one up is what I consider to be the greatest remake of all time, and I get a lot of like, how can you choose this over the original? And I say because I like the original, but it didn't scare me, and it just wasn't what I expected. And this lived up for me, or whatever word I'm trying to say. That is the remake to Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Out of all of the Platinum Dunes horror film remakes, this is my favorite, followed very closely by another Marcus Nispel film, and that, of course, is Friday the 13th. See, this is what I kind of thought the original would be like. I didn't find it dark, I didn't find it gritty, I found it more humorous than anything. I think, because a lot of people didn't get the humor, they were just too damn scared or whatever, and I thought it was just so hysterical, and this had me literally in the theater, like at the beginning and halfway through, and of course the Blair Witch type ending did it. Again, the cast was good with a lot of screaming, a lot of gore. Highlight, of course, was R. Lee Ermey, who is great in anything he does, no matter if he's a good guy or a bad guy. And again, score by Steve Jaranowski, who did the Transformers films. I love his score for his movies. They are just so great. Another film from 2003, and a total throwback to 70s slasher films, and that is Wrong Turn. Probably one of the biggest surprises of 2003. Not a big hit kind of surprise, but a surprise nonetheless, because it wasn't marketed properly. But for those of us who love horror films, we were lucky enough to see this. Good cast, good story, something that's not recycled, it's something new and fresh, and the villains are quite freaky. I'd say just watch this and not even bother with the 2 sequels, because I hear they're shit anyway. And for these ones, I'll just show them all in one viewing, and that, of course, is the Scream Trilogy. Of course, Scream being the best. Of course, I think everybody knows that this is the best. Has one of the greatest openings in a horror film for a long time. followed closely by Scream 2. Well, not followed closely, I'm sorry. Scream 2, which is okay. Thought it was like it didn't live up to the first one. And then Scream 3, which I thought was a lot better than the second one. Again, not as good as the first one, but like sometimes I would just wish that they would kill the Parker Posey character off really quick because I found her so annoying. I think my mom and I started yelling at the theater at the screen for someone to kill her, and when she died, we both cheered. We are sick people, but that's okay. So I cannot wait for the fourth one next year. And next one up, another remake, and one that I think shocked the hell out of a lot of people because you did a remake a George Romero film. You expect it to suck, and this one was actually quite good, and that is the 2004 remake of Dawn of the Dead, directed by, of course, Zack Snyder, who we know from 300 and Watchmen. I think Zombies Left Toronto, that's all I can say. But I love this a hell of a lot more than the original film. Freaky, gory. The zombie baby was just the most sickest thing. I love the title sequence with the Johnny Cash song, which gave it a very eerie quality. Even the end title music, which is a song that I love, called People Who Died by the Jim Carroll Band, and then you had Down with the Sickness by the Disturbed. And the ending was, I wanted that guy to live. That was so sad, but the interesting thing is you don't know, you speculate on what happened to Sarah Pauli's character, Ving Rhames' character, and the other two. And I'm just assuming they died, but because nobody really knows. But it's a great, great remake, so I definitely recommend this one. Next up is the sequel, 28 Weeks Later, which I was going in thinking it is not going to be as good. Well, I ate my own words, because there's not many horror movie sequels that are almost on par with the original film. So I was kind of annoyed that the 3 survivors at the end of the first film were in this. But the fact that Robert Carlyle was in this totally worked for me because I'm a fan of his. Again, eerie music, eerie premise. I hope to hell they come out with another one because they did. They left it wide open. But I love the fact they think everything's safe, everybody can go back to London, and it's like they're not even in there a day and everything goes to hell. But definitely a great sequel. I don't know if it is called 28 Months Later, but I hope to hell it gets made. I think it is, but I am not sure. Next up is a film a lot of people say is a remake, but I don't. Like, I know the original film, the first film, came out in the 50s, but to me it wasn't based on the short story, and this was, and that is John Carpenter's The Thing. Yeah, I watched The Thing from Another World. I liked it, but I was like, this isn't exactly like the short story, and that's what John Carpenter did. He based it on the short story, not the movie. So I don't know how many people count this as an original film and not a remake, but I'm one of the few. When you have Kurt Russell and John Carpenter, it's magic. I don't care what anybody says. Great score by, the Good, the Bad, and the Ugly score. I cannot pronounce his last name. I think this is only one of the few films John Carpenter didn't compose himself, and I'm not looking forward to I don't know if it is a remake or a prequel, or I think they should just leave it alone. Don't stop fucking with the classics. And yet I have remakes in my thing. Only able to go through one blind buy, because I've been trying for the past month to get the nerve to watch The Last House on the Left remake, and I just can't do it yet. I can't force myself to watch something I don't want to. So that got put away, but this is the only blind buy I was able to watch during this week, and that is Sam Raimi's Drag Me to Hell. it was okay. Like, I love the fact that Sam Raimi went back to horror, and if you notice, a lot of the camera angles are so reminiscent to Evil Dead. I would have liked the score to have been done by Danny Elfman, just like almost every other Sam Raimi film. Yeah, so it was okay, but it didn't really live up to what I think a Sam Raimi horror film is. But you know what? 7 out of 10. So it is a keeper. So. And the one that I switched the remake to Last House with is another Sam Raimi film, and it is like the ultimate classic, and that of course is Evil Dead. And you all know the story. I don't really need to get into it. But yeah, I think all of you can agree that this is an absolute great horror film. It's probably one of the best. It's one of the sickest. I saw this when I was 12, and it was the first gore film to really gross the shit out of me. So, like I said, won't really go into it because everybody knows the story of this. And this is probably the reason why I don't really want to get the Blu-ray, because this bastard cost me almost $40. I love the ear, and I don't really want to rebuy the Blu-ray for this, though I heard it's great on Blu-ray. So okay, I know it's not informative, but I think all of you know that I don't like to give too much away. I just say what I want and blah blah blah. So it is Friday, the 29th. It is 3 in the morning. So I watch one today and one tomorrow, and then it's all horror on Sunday, and I'll try to get the last video up sometime Sunday night when I finish the last film. I am waiting for a couple more DVDs to arrive, but if none of them arrive tomorrow, I am going to do my kind of end of October DVD update, because I've got a few to show you, and one that I am absolutely extremely excited for. So, okay guys, that's it. Can't really think of too much to say because my brain is kind of shutting down. So yeah, I will hopefully post a video later today with the DVD update. And then I will see you on Sunday with the last of the 31 Days of Horror. So I hope you guys have a good weekend, or, well, I know all you will. Don't party too hard on Halloween. And I'll see you later in my next video later on today. And of course, as always, rate, comment, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.